What's good, Motor City Sports Talk? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back talking some Detroit Lions football. Got a Piston video coming later. Hopefully we can squeeze in one more video today. If not, I think two is fitting for right now. But talk about the Detroit Lions offensive line. Oh man, will it be better than it was last year? And what can we expect from the offensive line, or what can we predict? You know what I'm saying? And last year we thought we had the O-line, but it didn't work out that way. Pro Football Focus worked our line and shit. But, you know, their prediction was kind of off because nobody knew that Taylor Decker wasn't going to be ready. And Greg Robinson threw the whole line off, man. I mean, a guy that was the top offensive lineman at the University of Auburn just didn't cut it in the NFL. You know, guys like him and Eric Flowers over New York Giants, you know, maybe just sometimes they ain't meant for, you know, pro football. They don't have the drive or the money. Diminishes the hunger. You never know with young guys like that when they get all that money. You know, some people ain't mature enough to handle what comes with the NFL lifestyle. But now we got a fully healthy line. We got rid of two problem childs on the line. Travis Swanson, who was, you know, terrible. And for years, I spoke on Dominic Raiola, I believe, being the biggest issue amongst our offensive line when you talk about running the ball. He was so much of an undersized center that, you know, I don't think the Lions ever had a real anchor at center that could really, you know, be dominant in the run game. You see what Travis Frederick did for the Dallas Cowboys up front in the center position. You know, he changed their whole offensive line. Fortunately, understand they got, you know, other guys over there like the left tackle Tyron Smith and, you know, the kid out of LSU that caught the murder rap, but then, you know, went undrafted and they got their hands on him. I can't remember his name right now, down from LSU. But, you know, they put a great offensive line, you know, around that. But I think Travis Frederick really was a turning point because the center position, remember, the center cost the line audibles. The center's the first guy to touch the ball. And, you know, going north and south, he's the vocal point of the run game, really, as far as the anchor of the offensive line. And I think the Lions valued the center position so much because they know that's where they got killed in the run game last year. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to get that push, not being able to have that offensive line captain that could be smart enough to call the audibles and still function and walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. So if Frank Ragnow is proven to be the truth, healthy, and everything we believe he is, I think he might be a potential steal of the draft. I think the Lions seen his talent, identified, you know, him as a real vocal point that they wanted to make their draft around. And he was the imprint, and he will be the face of this draft, you know, if everything goes right with the run game and the offensive line. I think they identified Travis Swanson on tape and was like, you know what? He ain't feel what we wanted to do here. Now you're getting Taylor Decker back, which was a great find out of Ohio State. And I don't like the Ohio fuck guys. You know, excuse my French, but I just don't like them. I'm a Michigan guy. But, you know, Bob Quinn identified Taylor Decker a few years ago, and he was the man as a rookie, man. He was the man for real. You know, and he's a real stone cold left tackle that went through the cracks. So knowing Bob Quinn's ability to scout offensive linemen, and if he finds another steal in Frank Ragnow, I think that those two draft picks were the turning point for the offensive for the Detroit Lions. That Bob Quinn pick, in my opinion. I know we like Kenny G, and we like potentially Tease Tabor, Jamal Agnew. You know, a lot of these draft picks that he picked has been real solid. And I think Graham Glasgow was a Mayhew pick. I can't remember. But a lot of these guys have been, you know, integral parts. But I think if Bob Quinn is able to fix this running game, it's going to go back to drafting Taylor Decker and going back to drafting Frank Ragnow. And identifying that they had a mistake in Travis Swanson there. And those two pieces is going to be the structure of this run game, man, and protecting Matthew Stafford. And if Stafford is clean and he able to run the ball this year, the Lions can turn this thing as quick as a dime can just spin on his side, man. This is going to be an epic turnaround if Taylor Decker and Frank Ragnow is what we think he is and what Bob Quinn drafted him to be. Now the other side of the line supposed to be the run side. I believe Rick Wagner had a messed up season because maybe some injuries as well, but TJ Lang wasn't pulling his weight. And anybody that played football and especially played offensive line know if the guy next to you, even if he on the inside, you know, like TJ Lang is, if he ain't holding up his end of the bargain, it make your job just that much harder, man. And TJ Lang wasn't healthy last year. He came in with some injuries. And if he could be healthy and give the Lions some stability at left guard, I guarantee you Rick Wagner raises his level of play back up where it should be. I think TJ Lang hurt Rick Wagner more than that. And not only that, I believe Trevor Swanson hurt hurt TJ Lang. I think Greg Robinson hurt the whole offensive line, Graham Glasgow. It's a domino effect. When you got weak links on the offensive line like Travis Swanson and Robinson, two of them, it's hard to overcome, especially when it's at your left tackle. That's the most important and vital offensive line position when it comes to an orthodox quarterback, a right-handed quarterback. It's tough. And we gonna see, man. We gonna see, because this team, this offensive line is gonna be the most integral, important part to the Lions' success this season. Offense, defense, special teams. If they can run block and protect Matthew Stafford and be a top offensive line, it's gonna be trouble in the NFC North. Because when you could win up front in the run game, you could whoop people and you could pass block, which all these guys can run and pass block. They all balanced offensive linemen. Matthew Stafford going to have fun this year if he can remain healthy. Kerryon Johnson, LeGarrette Blount can have fun. I know a lot of people say, well, LeGarrette Blount going to be the short yardage running back. LeGarrette Blount going to get about 10, 11 carries, and Kerryon Johnson going to get about 10, 11 carries this season as well. And theoretically going to get his in. I heard he might be moving to the slot a little bit. If they're able to run this ball and Stafford is able to play action and get 8, 9 men in the box at some time, Stafford's going to have a big year this year if he's healthy, man. And if he don't, and his offensive line blocks and runs the ball and protects him, he don't, it all falls on him. He deserves all the blame. There's no more excuses if this offensive line blocks. But I think it's going to be improved. I think it's going to be a top 7 offensive line this year, man. Let me know what y'all think about the offensive line. Definitely appreciate, I'm tired, long day. Everybody rocking out with us, man. We're going to come back with some more videos, at least one more today. Talking some Pistons and let some breaking news happen. Motor City Sports Talk, we out.